Hello everybody, my name is Ethan. Welcome back to Let's Play Hearts of Iron 4. That's to me correct as India. Let us continue on where we left off. So we are currently at war with the Kuomintang, at war with the Republic of China. Are we winning? I don't think so. I think we're basically just kind of stuck. I mean, we've killed more Chinese troops than we've lost. So I mean, if you look at it that way, then I guess we're winning. I mean, Tibet's lost a lot of units, but that's kind of their own issue. Can I build a supply hub over here? Is that crazy? Because like this, you're not going to get anything done. Because right now we're building a lot of military factories. You would cost 10,000. If I were to theoretically build this, let's just say up in the north here. Or should I build it behind enemy lines so it's actually within my territory after the war? You know, we'll build it here. It's fine. How long will this take? This will be finished on the 6th, which is forever from now. Is there anything I can do to make that go by a little bit quicker? I don't really think so. We'll get that going, though, just in case that actually matters for us. Now, most of Tibet is currently occupied by Chinese forces. We're not extremely happy about that. There's also not really too much we can do. Like, if we are in a nice defensive position, which it kind of looks like we are right now. You guys have no supplies, huh? Because there's no supply hub at all, anywhere. Who would have thought that Tibet would not be the greatest place to be in order to get supplies going? So, like, pushing in just, like, doesn't really make sense. And Germany's been annexed? Okay, so, you know, hold your position. I mean, we might as well take this supply hub. Sudanese peacekeeping mission, because this is actually a Chinese city as well. So that's going to be, you know, some victory points away, because they're at 99% because we've taken, yeah, because we own this province, which is nice. I mean, that's a single percentage towards capitulation, which is not too much. When experts thought that the revolution was impossible, Germany proved herself to be above the impossible barrier. And after countless struggles, a new democratic government has been declared in the old nest of the Nazi eagle. Well, congratulations to the People's Germany. We'll see how that goes. They are currently socialist. They're not in a faction, but I would not be surprised if they align themselves with the Toronto Accord with the Americans. Restoration of the Czech exiles. Anything like, what do I even do with these guys like right now? Because like we're just in a position where we're just kind of stuck, right? Like I can't move in. Belgium join ETC. Like, until we can get... I guess we can try to, like, build another supply hub in this city as well. Or maybe we want to build it, like, here. Oh, no, we can't build it here because this is Tibetan territory. Tibet's not in our faction. So I actually can't build it there. Like, if Tibet was in our alliance, then I should be able to build in there, I think. But for now, can't do too much with that. France has joined the UN. That's fine. It's like I would like to push away further... I mean, what's the next city? Next city is Dua up in the north. So let's make sure you're actually covering the entirety of the front line here. I mean, again, we're kind of just stuck. New general regents. Germany has surrendered. We already knew that was happening. And it's 54. Is there any new technology we would want to get? I mean, I guess we get some heart attack and piercing. I don't know how meaningful that'll really be for our war against China, because we're not really fighting any tanks here. But we'll get that anyways. Maybe the heart attack will do something for us. Anything else we can do with any of you against sphere of influence? And the answer is like not really. So you can't escalate the conflict. You can arm because Nepal's at 97. We need 150 political power to actually annex you. We need more compliance to get in Nepal. And then Bhutan is really the main worry here. So we can only worry about Sikkim right now. War on malaria. Secure more donations. Let's do some more pension agitation. Like, if we could have a civil war going on in China right now where the CPC rises up, that would win us the war. But I mean, that's also like not going to happen, right? Like, at least not right now. They're still at the stage 0. We need them to be at 4, which like that's so far from now. Like, if we can push you... Like, again, I don't even actually know what our military objectives are. Because, again, this is the button to escalate. Somewhere down here is the button to escalate the war. But I don't know what that really does for us. Expand the front against Nepal and Bhutan. It doesn't really make sense. I don't even know what the hell this guy is doing, the King of Low. He's just kind of hanging out here. Which means fine, but I don't know what the real plan is going to be. Okay, let's go for fighter baiting. Seems fine. I mean, we have air superiority. Well, kind of. Our planes can't go very far. Muslims join the UN. Again, what's kind of funny right now is... I mean, it's just a stalemate. I can't push in. They can't push into us. Is there any areas here that want to rebel against China? I don't really think so. It's not like we can get Mongolia to have a revolution. So I guess we'll send our spy to Nanjing, but actually, do we want to send it? Can't send him here because this is only going to go into Tibet. We could go to Chongqing. Yeah, sure. We're going to a Chongqing. I don't know if it's going to make a big difference if you're in Chongqing or if you're in Nanjing. But just having you be in China is going to be at least somewhat useful. So many... Okay, get rid of you for a second. We're only getting, like, not even, like, 1 political power per day, which is pretty bad. We're going to address Northern dominance, which, you know, our stability is going to go higher. We got more recovery rate. Command power goes up, which, I mean, I guess that's nice. And I guess, creating an equal army gives us some reforms. And theoretically, those reforms could be good for us. Also, the German Reich doesn't exist anymore. So I don't know what the hell you're talking about. Let's go with the global anti-colonial struggle. No, I'm stupid. Let's expand equal army first, and then we'll try to make amends with the Soviet Union. And I don't think I'm going to join the war. But, like, hypothetically, theoretically, if you defeat the Russian Republic, all of you unify under the Perm Soviet government, join my faction, and we invade China at the same time, it's a possibility. I think it's far-fetched, but stranger things have happened. Addressing Northern dominance. In order to create a more equal society, we need to address the issue of Northern Hindi speakers being dominant in the army. This has, up to now, caused much dissatisfaction among non-Hindi speakers, especially in the South, which could not only easily spark more demands for autonomy or even independence more broadly, but weaken the morale and cohesiveness of the army. It was decided that, by addressing the issue through focusing on hiring more officers of other parts of the country, we can create a more equal and unified army, and stave off any lingering regional enmity. With the plan having been put in action, some positive results have already been seen. A new wave of recruits from across the nation are being trained up, while new standards of merit-based promotions are seeing officers previously overlooked due to their backgrounds rising through the ranks. For one recent example, P. Sabanyang of Tamil background was recently been promoted, joining India's Corps of Generals. We expect the effects of this effort to lead to a long-term increase in military effectiveness and morale. So if we have a new general, so you have a 1-3, 3-3, 2-1, are any of you better? A 4-2? Yeah, we're going to throw you on this army. 2-1, let's replace you with a 3-1, 3-2. And blue army with a 3-2-2. You're probably fine where you're at, I would say. At least for the time being. Yeah, what we really need is we need encirclements. That's going to be how we actually win this war. Like, again, if we can, like, push here to here. We can encircle, like, a Chinese tank, 2 Chinese infantry. Maybe we can push furthermore up into Zhejiang up in the north. Like, that could be good. The alternative is that we push, like, here, surround this 7 stack. So we're going to try it, but I don't know how much confidence I really have. Georgia's now joined the UN. Good for them. Recon company. I mean, what do our units actually have in them? They have recons, okay, and signal companies. So upgrading either of those are basically just for free. Sure, you know what? Let's upgrade the signal companies, get the more initiative. Okay, so we're going to push you. pin you down a little bit here. 97, 95, 94. We're going to hold you back. This push hasn't gone spectacularly, but that's kind of to be expected. We'll keep 2 infantry back here for a second. Portugal join the UN. And their job, once you are in this position, is to push here. I want this 7-stack encirclement. If we can get that, I mean, it'll just kill a lot of Chinese troops. Because again, China, do they have more units? Almost certainly. Almost certainly they have more troops than we do. So we need to be smart. The fact that our supply hub is in Lhasa versus in Golmund up in the north, like, we have better supplies. I don't even know if they're really getting supplies off of that supply hub because it's not connected by railroad. I don't think it's... maybe it's connected by this river. French membership into the Toronto Accord. So are you pulling back? No. How long until any of you reach this province? 8 days, 11 hours. 1 day, 6 hours. 2 days, 2 hours. Okay, so we have you two hold position for a second. We have now secured this encirclement, which will allow us to push ourselves significantly deeper. I mean, well, again, we got to crush these units, right? That is important. And actually, if I can push for another encirclement here, get another 4 units encircled, that would be really nice. This is what we need to do, is that we need to do some chipping maneuvers in order to defeat the nationalist. Are you doing anything? Not that I can see. We've now secured that line there. Again, not that these units even have like that much HP. Their materials are not that strong. Okay, well, our push here did not work. So, you know, let's actually pull 2 tanks into Blue Army. Honestly, pull all 3 of these tanks into Blue Army. They have no purpose up here. These 2 units, I have a feeling, can probably hold this line. I think we've seen that event before, so we're not going to look at it another time. We could try to influence Afghanistan. How many points we have with them right now? We're at 3. We need 10. Tibet, we're at 0, unfortunately. If we had more guns, we could donate them, but that's also not going to happen. No reason to do a invasion into France right now to try to seize the port. That's not going to work. 5 points for more war support? Actually, we don't need it. We could fight for women's rights, though. God damn it. More donations, more of you. Do some more urban agitation as well. I want a civil war in China. Okay, that has now been crushed. That's dramatically going to increase the amount of casualties the Republic of China has taken. And again, what we're worried about so much for China is not manpower. It doesn't matter how many Chinese troops we actually kill. What's important is that we slow down. Are you moving troops here? You are. What we need to do is we got to make sure that they can't produce. How many factories do they have? 18 to 32. If we can outproduce the KMT for weapons, that's what we're really more looking towards, right? Not that we really can. We're down 13,000. Most of it is for new deployment, sure. But they're not great numbers. Ireland has joined the UN. All of you now will crush these Chinese troops. And we have secured most of Tibet back into Tibetan hands, which is nice. You got 62. Delete these 2 lines. Is there anywhere else we can get an encirclement? Because that's a big deal. We're not up to 131,000 casualties. I know I just said that the casualty numbers don't actually really matter that much, but yet it still feels good to kill them off. You know, let's go for another level of flamethrowers. Make our engineers a little bit better. I think we can probably push you back to at least, for the most part, get KMT troops out of Tibet. That's what I'm looking for right now. More peasant agitation sounds great. So who's joining them? I guess you're not joining the Moscow Accord. We are joining the United Nations, which is fine. Poland looks a little bit messy. Germany's not in the UN yet, but they will be joining almost certainly soon. Now, is there anywhere else we can push? I mean, again, these guys have low supplies, so a push there could make sense. Oh, but look at this. Now that we're actually not completely swamped with, we're not completely swamped with enemy forces, or with their friendly forces, I should say. We have now supplies. We could begin pushing, and I think we will try that soon. Panzer Expert. You actually could be nice to switch onto a different army, but you know what, actually, we'll worry about that afterwards. I was going to say we can try to put all the tanks into a different army. I think that's a good idea, but until we're actually into like some sort of like planes or somewhere we can actually take advantage of having all those tanks, it doesn't make sense for us to switch them over yet. It's just going to be a mess for me to have to deal with. I'm kind of thinking about influencing Afghanistan politics a little bit. Because again, they're already at 3. You're at 2. You're at 1. Sudan is at 0. Yeah, screw it. Let's just spend the 70 points to influence Afghanistan a little bit more. I'm thinking, like, these guys have low supplies. And if they're getting supplies in Goemond via this river, it's sometimes hard to tell, like, what's a major river for supply purposes. Like, if we can make our way maybe to the river itself, we could maybe cut off that supply line. Like, they can't supply their troops if they don't have free access to the river. So we're going to try that maneuver. I don't know how well it will work, but I'm going to give it a shot. Again, these guys have good supplies. I can't, unfortunately, like, I can't ask for occupation in this area. I say that. You know, I could just cheat it. State management tool of this area. Mark state. Transfer control to me. Thank you. That actually, it makes my life a lot easier. Because then I can build a supply hub here. Throw that to the top as well. The fortunate thing, we don't really occupy any of this area. We don't control this land. Okay, you're going to move your way here. We'll get 1 infantry to at least make their way down to this province just for funsies. You do see Chinese troops are pulling back. Because I guess they probably want to, you know, secure their access here, which I mean makes sense. We're going to put a little bit of pressure on you to make sure that doesn't happen. When will you be there? 1 hour. So again, the question is, does this disrupt their supply lines? I'm not sure, but I think the idea is still good. I mean, we could move our way all the way up to Kunming. Does that make sense? I honestly don't know. Because again, we can't build, you know, we can't even build a railway here. Oh, no, we can. We can build a railway here. So we could take Kunming and then build a railroad up through the Himalayas. I mean, it'll be messy for sure, but it's an idea we can pursue. Red Army's at 9. Let's shrink you 1 and 1 like so. Because again, when this supply hub's done, right? Because this is what is this a trade? I think. Once you're finished, Red Army should be able to push their way up north. Because again, these guys have low supply, so I mean a push here could get these 3 units encircled, which again, it's going to just lead to more Chinese casualties. Which is what I'm kind of trying to pursue. I think you guys, yeah, you guys move your way down south to Kunming. Take Kunming. It's a supply hub. Build a rail line up. I have no idea if this makes any sense at all, but we're going to try. We're going to try to the best of our ability, at the very least. More agitation, more peasants here. I don't know if China, you know. They have incompetence, they have reconstruction, like they have a lot of bad penalties. Okay, now you have no rail line, but we can do that easily by going to 1, 2, 3, 4. How long will that take for you to build till the 17th? And after that, we can probably actually shift some Red Army troops over back to yellow so they can continue a push up north. We might have to kind of leapfrog the supply hubs, but I mean, that's fine. I'm not too concerned with that idea. If we can get it to work, we can get it to work. And you know what? We can maybe send the tanks back over there, but that also might be a mess. Doctrines. Okay, we can keep on getting our air support. And I mean, we'll go on with this push. I mean, the supplies here are not going to be great. I understand that. But it's kind of the best we have. But I will say, at least right now, is a really good time for us to end this episode. If you enjoyed, thumbs up. Not enjoying, throw some down. You want to see more, subscribe, and goodbye.